Okay, to Kier with another draft. Uh, Hopefully boosting my mic volume a little bit. There is an Inferno Titan in this pack. It's also pretty good. It's also a pretty good red pack with Chandra's Outrage and Paramancer and Earth Servant, which I do like when I'm playing red. Other than that, it's really just Doomblade. Inferno Titan is a bomb, so we will be forcing red this draft, which is not the best way to start a draft, but certainly Inferno Titan is a card that is good to force with. It is good to note that we are passing 3 pretty good red cards. I do hope to get at least one of these back. Volshek Berserker is decent in a good aggressive red deck. Outside of Volshek Berserker, there is a Silk Griffin and a Bloodthrum Vampire if we wanted to force like the Act deck. I do like the Actitreason deck, but it does rely on a couple red commons that seem to be highly drafted lately. So I'm going to stick with my colors, cut red to my left, and take the Volshek here. That was a pretty good pack. If I wasn't already in red, Chandra's Outrage probably wouldn't stand out as much. There is an Azure Drake with not much blue being seen. Cloud Crusader with not much white being seen. Volcanic Strength I actually hope to table. And a Child Knight too. But I'll take the removal here. It's high quality removal in deep red. Chandra's Spitfire does combo a little bit nicely with Chandra's Outrage. However, here I think I'm going to take the Blood Throne. I don't have a pinger for the Chandra's Spitfire. My brother's saying I take the Spitfire. Spitfire's just a 1/3. It does block a lot of flyers and a lot of whites flyers, but it's not my favorite creature. I will take a Blood Throne here. I'd rather take a Blood Throne than the Axe, which I think is highly overrated. Spectre's also really good, but I'd rather leave the options open at this point and take a Blood Throne. There's an Earth Servant here and a Barony Vampire. Do a cost sort. Our Servant is rather expensive, but he's also rather difficult to kill. So I'm going to take it. Spine Worms, always good. It's really between Spine Worm and Canyon Minotaur. I haven't seen too much green that would make me think that green's open. I definitely don't want to take a Nightwing Shade here, especially since I may not even be playing black at this point. So I'm going to take a Canyon Minotaur. It's not the best creature, but it's certainly decent enough to take. Excuse me if you can hear that. Dinner's coming back up, I think. It's kind of between Stabbing Pain and Netherhorde. Netherhore's not really a good attacker. He's a pretty decent blocker. Stabbing Pain's highly underrated, I think. It kills off a lot of problem creatures. And especially, and it also can just make combat damage pretty hard for your opponent. And as I said before, I actually do like combat tricks a lot more than some people. We do have someone disconnected in our draft now. Hopefully this won't take forever now, though, which we're probably looking at. I just joined the event again. That's a kind of a late Sylvan Ranger. Sorry, my cats are breaking stuff, apparently. Don't really have anything I want to reverberate in my deck. I'm gonna take the Sylvan Ranger. I'm not deep into black, and if green's open, I'd rather be green with red. At this point. Really need some lower cost stuff to curve this deck out. That's the biggest problem with red, is all of its low cost stuff is just horrible. Well, the Pinger and the Outrage is gone, which is disappointing. I really don't want another Earth Servant necessarily. I'm gonna take the Plummet here. I don't really need 6 cost creatures, especially ones that don't die. I'm gonna take a removal spell. I may not play it, but I definitely wasn't gonna play 2 Earth Servants unless I played some sort of crazy ramp, which I don't have going on right now. There's a Combust. Certainly a nice removal spell for the best deck in the format. And we'll hide it for now. Say why you keep a Plummet on hidden but not a Combust. I know I have Combust is not necessarily main deckable, while Plummet hits something in almost every color. It really is just a green Doomblade, because very few creatures have green. Very few green creatures have flying. It could say destroy target non-green creature and basically be the exact same. Oh, I got that Volcanic Strength to table. It's a really odd white pack, but I must go ahead and take the Strength. Autumn's Veil. Form's Tooth. Liana's Caress. And the Forest. I'm actually decently happy with pack 1. There's no real good signals I'm being seen, but pack 2 is starting out pretty mediocre. Didn't see a lot of white in pack 1 until that, except for that one pack where the charge tabled at the end. Fire Servant feels like the pick here. I only have one removal spell that's pumped by it. Huh? Yeah, I'm rather saying he's still just a good creature. He does have 3 toughness, which lowers his value in my mind. Could take the Pacifism. I'm not necessarily playing green or black at this point. There's also Liliana Spectre. I think taking the Fire Servant's probably the right choice for this deck. I don't know if I really think white's open at all. Crystal Ball, Assassinate, Gravedigger. Gravedigger goes nicely with our Inferno Titan. And then again, it goes nicely with any creature. Assassinate is, of course, removal, but I don't really like it in red-black. Crystal Ball does smooth out draws. However, I seem to have a lot to... Right now, I have a lot to do with my mana in the late game. I'm going to take the Gravedigger here. No, there's a Child of Night, which is definitely the best card in the pack. Sleep is really good, too. I'll go ahead and Child of Night here. Sylvan Ranger and Active Treason. I'm much more closer to black than green. I do have a Belithron. I'm gonna take the Active Treason here. Blue seems slightly open for some reason. I expect to get cut a little bit in this pack in red due to what I've passed, but then again, a lot of red's good spells get cut anyway. I think I'm happy taking a Barony Vampire here, as much as I would love to take an Azure Drake 4th pick in a pack. There. Fire Hellhound is definitely a decent creature in an aggressive red deck. And it's really him over nothing. White does seem a little more open this pack, but that might be a misstep in this draft, but we'll see. Yeah, not the Light Cloud Crusader. Oh, I'm just going to stay on color. I'm going to hide my green cards for now. I forgot to hide my forest. That's why I haven't seen good cards. That's definitely a good Child Knight. Happy to take a Sign and Blood at any point in the draft. Definitely better than a strong box here. Although I did lose to Phylactery Elixir with a counter on strong box. It seems like a really good combo that I'd never seen before. I actually like the Tunneler over Piker due to the fact that I am in black-red. I could pick up some of the combo cards in pack 3. And tunneling the Child Knights is also pretty decent. Give me a Flying Goblin, baby. Flying Goblins all around. More Flying Goblins. Open a Goblin Chieftain next pack and just go to town. Yeah, whites must be pretty open too. I have 2 Inspired Charges table that late. Sweet rare. Anyone playing 12 Squadron Hawks is going to feel the pain. As my brother face palms at that comment. Well, it's actually a legitimate, you know, situation. White drafter has 12 Squadron Hawks, you bin one, and, you know, then you go on the mill plan for the rest of the match. I'm just kidding. What? Yeah. Let's not say that. I have 2 land Squadron Hawk. 2 land Squadron Hawk, 12 my deck. Sweet, I have it. I'm drawing Ancestral Recalls for the rest of the game. Just main deck those 4 out of the pures you got too. So, there's a couple cards I would like to pick up in pack 3, namely another Blood Throne, another Treason or 2, a couple Flings would be nice. Really anything that's going to lower this curve. Steel Overseer. This pack's pretty bad. I mean,